Their 18-year-old daughter was murdered at a hotel in Dearborn.
And police have named a suspect, and they're searching Metro Detroit, trying to track him down. Fox 2's Camila Miri has that story.
We moved to Arkansas to get away from this. I'm born and raised here. My dad was a Detroit police officer. He retired because of all the killing.
The very same day, Danielle White and her family came back to Metro Detroit to move her daughter Precious down to Arkansas, she was shot and killed. Police naming 17-year-old Antonio Sims as the prime suspect, releasing this picture of him to the media.
This is really hard because we do know him. It's not a random act. I mean, it is a random act, but it's not a random person. And we know his mother. We know their family.
Precious Bullard, a recent high school graduate heading off to college, a certified nursing assistant at a nursing home.
Even through the pandemic, I would ask her, she wasn't scared. She knew that people needed to be taken care of, and they loved her at the nursing home.
The 18-year-old was killed on August 29th at this Comfort Inn on Michigan Avenue in Dearborn. Her family not discussing the details of the case, but they do want to make one thing clear.
Just know that this was not, it wasn't a domestic violence situation. That's what a lot of people were assuming it was. No.
Family members talking to Fox 2 in hopes of generating some leads in the case. It's been a week, and Antonio Sims is still on the run.
I mean, he's a kid. He's 17 years old, so somebody is helping him stay hidden.
And his family is holding him. That's disgusting, first and foremost, because they're all parents. And I know that's your son, but you know my daughter.
A daughter, a sister, a niece who had so much promise.
She had such a big presence. You always knew when she was in the room. And her smile and her laugh was so infectious.
Now, I spoke with the Dearborn police chief, and he assures me that he has detectives working around the clock on this case. Antonio Sims is still believed to be in the Detroit area. If you know anything about his work,
18-year-old Precious Bullard had positioned herself to protect and defend a family member from the abusive actions of 17-year-old Antonio Lavelle Sims Jr. when he, in return, cold-heartedly shot Precious Bullard, killing her on August 29th at 8 p.m. Antonio Sims Jr., mother Lakeisha Thomas, fled with her son in hiding and is wanted by Dearborn Police Department. Lakeisha Thomas added insult to injury when she jumped on the Morning Mother's post with this. As you see, Lakeisha Thomas had posted, "Miss you," and an emoji. Then people came in and commenting, wanting her to turn herself and her son in. Lakeisha Thomas is still on the run with her son. And as you see, she says, first off, all of you people on the outside trying to look in the in. Thanks for the prayers, but I don't think it's a game. You got to be a dang fool to even be on here talking about something you don't know about. Me, period. Have a good day. After someone else responded to her, she came back again and said, it must be a game to you because they are a part of my family as well. Dummy, enjoy your words and keep them to yourself. And the only thing you write about is God taking charge. Amen. I feel like this is very cold-hearted for her to do, knowing that her son had taken a life. There is no looking from inside or outside of the box when your son have taken someone's life. As a mother, we understand how you feel and how hurt you are. But at the same time, if you are a real and good mother, you do what's right in the position that God holds you to. Pray and turn both of yourself in. A life has been taken. If you have any information to the whereabouts of Antonio Sims Jr. or Lakeisha Thomas, please notify Dearborn Police Department at 313-943-2240. Do not approach them. They are considered dangerous. Let's take this brief moment of silence to pray and pay respect, for she was laid to rest on yesterday. Everyone, this is Precious Bullard.
They beat me, and I called you to save me, but you couldn't. So I secretly resented you. They took our babies and they sold them. I begged you to save us, but you couldn't. So I secretly blamed you. You're supposed to be my man, my provider, my protector, but I needed you, and you couldn't be there. So I hated you. And I could, how could I let you tell me what to do when Master could protect me more than you? How could I submit to you when you are forced to submit to Master? So to protect myself, I submitted to the one who could protect me and our children. I stopped trusting you. I stopped loving you. I stopped honoring you. I stopped valuing you. And in turn, I became valueless to you. I didn't see the frustration in your eyes when our children were sold. I didn't hear the silent cries when I was beaten. I didn't see your anger when I was ravished. I didn't understand that you held your emotion to be strong for me. I thought you didn't care, but you wanted to be there. You wanted to protect me, but Master made it so that you couldn't do so. I would trust him more than you. I didn't see the hidden hand shaping our destiny. All I saw was my pain and the feeling that you neglected me. For all the times I blame you, I'm sorry. For the resentment and distrust I held against you for centuries, I'm sorry. For the times I let you down, for all the times I broken your spirit with my words, my actions, for the times I openly rejected you and tried to control you. Because I thought less of you, I'm sorry. Master had a plan that he said would work for 400 years. 400 years is over now. My eyes are wide open. I see the king in you. Please forgive my wrong and see your queen in me.
Got my own kids now, man. Got my own kids, man. Got a boy and a girl. I got 10-year-old. My kids are mixed too. They're half black and half white. I'm the white. Mom's black. She's not confused. I'm up here, man. Yeah. It was tough on me when I found I was gonna have my son, so it kind of solidified. I got a black girl pregnant. I was a little worried, because I was worried about telling my mom, because the interracial shit don't go down too well in the park, so. I didn't know if she was gonna react. I just remember I came to the trailer, man. I was like, Mom, got a surprise. What is it? I was like, you're gonna be a grandma. She's like, are you serious? I was like, mm-hmm. She's like, bring her by, I want to meet her. I was like, all right, I'll bring her by tomorrow. So I brought her to the trailer, right? And I said, don't walk in initially. I'm gonna give you a signal when it's cool. I don't want you to jump off. So I'm gonna let you know when everything's cool. I just remember when I got to the trailer, I walked out and said, Mom, about to bring her in. She goes, oh, Gary, I'm so excited to meet her. I can't wait. I made a supper, and for dessert, I made us brownies. I go, oh, speaking of brown, Mom, I mean, of all days to make brownies, that was Jesus on my side, yes, because she could have made a carrot cake, but she made brownies that day. I just remember when I walked her into the trailer, that's the only time I've ever heard my mom cuss in her whole life, when I walked in the trailer. I was like, all right, Mom, here she is. She goes, hi, it's nice to meet. What the f***, Gary? Gary, can I speak to you for a minute? She took me to the back of the trailer. She's like, Gary, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you always messing with them black girls, Gary, huh? Come on, Gary, start messing with white girls, okay? Come on, Gary, come to the light. Come to the light. I was like, it's hot out there, Mom. I'm cool in the shade. Stay right here. Because I was like, we don't know white high school. I tried to go out with white girls going up. They didn't want to go out with me. I was asking them out. Want to go out? No. Want to go out? No. Want to go out? No. I was like, When I was 17, I moved to Washington, D.C. A lot of black girls in Washington, D.C., and they liked me. They was asking me out. So I made a decision. When I was 17, I was like, who I like, who likes me, God, this is stupid. I'm gonna get some of this shit. First time I had sex with a black girl, I'm a teenager, I don't know any better. I think I'm gonna tear it up. I was like, I'm about to tear this up. That fast it was over. I go, oh shit. And the black girl could have made me feel bad. You quick, get out of my house. But she didn't say that. She go, it's okay, baby. I know it's the bomb. I go, true. Yeah. Give me some confidence, man. All my white friends was tripping when they found I got a black girl pregnant. They asked me a question. Gary, what's it like? Tell us, what's it like? I've heard stories. Tell us. I don't know. I like it.
Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We are going to talk about the topic at hand, residing beneath the colors. And to join us in with this discussion, we have today from Austin, Texas, our co-host, Mr. Dwight. Assistant co-host, Denise. Back with us again, Miss Keisha. And King G. All right. Thank you. Welcome back, Keisha. Welcome back. We missed you.
Awesome. Great to be back.
I bet it is. Now, today, as y'all know, we're talking about the topic of last week. We talked about, black men dating outside of their race. Now we're going to talk about the black woman dating outside of her race. But as you'll see, some of the videos as well will be also on the perspective of the white man being with the black woman. So as you've seen with his comedy section, he told his experience, even though it was in a joking way. But I truly appreciate Denise stepping in, singing, quoting the apology. Thank you so much. You did a beautiful job on that. Now, before we get into the topic, as y'all heard, and I'm going to let Denise go first because she was the one that was actually reciting it. Can you actually tell me, what did you get from that when you had read out the apology?
Well, it makes sense. It does make sense on the conditioning of the black woman towards our black men, on how we don't value them the same as we did before all of this nonsense happened 40 years ago. Some of us still do, but it makes sense to see how and why our black women don't respect our black men the way they should.
I like the way you put that, respecting our black men, because as you already know, we all heard how on the social media, the men are talking about how they're not being appreciated, how that we take them for granted, and how we don't listen. And it's just like we need to understand them. They need to understand us. We need to also respect and understand them and listen to their heart as well. Now, we're going to go to our co-host on the same question. No, you can't be getting tired on here.
You got a lot of pixels going on.
Mr. Dwight?
He can't hear.
He can't hear us?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll go over to King D and ask King D.
Are you asking what oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I think it is that can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We just don't know what
I
happened.
can hear y'all.
We can hear you now. Okay, I think our co-host is having technical difficulties. We're going to come right back to him. We're going to go back to King D.
Well,
hello? Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Now it's you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we're flashing it now. I am.
Can you hear us?
I think you need to adjust your signal or something. Move, do something.
Okay, Tanisha, if you would, go ahead, King D. Okay. Tanisha, if you would you message him and tell him to just try going out and then coming back in, please?
Yes.
Okay, King D, go ahead and give us what you got from that apology piece that Ms. T. Denise had read at the beginning.
I basically got out of it that the black, like she said, the black woman is the black man didn't feel valued, or and sometimes we don't feel valued enough, especially us good hardworking men. We don't get valued enough, so we would like a little apology every now and again. Like, I'm sorry, I appreciate it. Like, stuff like that. That's what I got out of it anyway.
And Miss Keisha.
Yes. What I got out of it was, in the beginning, she valued him, but as time went on and he protect her, she started losing value in him. But in the end, I believe she realized how important he was. So she messed up. She was secretly upset with him because he didn't show the kind of emotion that she wanted him to show. It doesn't mean he wasn't hurting. It just meant that he had to hide it. So she started relying on another source to put value in, and she devalued the black man or her husband. But in the end, she came back and she apologized because at some point she had to see the worth back in him.
Yes, yes, yes. Love it. And that y'all put it well. I like the way y'all put it. And I mean, I agree with y'all. And on the same sense, from a woman that looks on the outside and on the inside, as a black woman, we do take the position of a black man for granted. Sometimes we can be very selfish and not look at, what all they didn't put into, what all they losing out on, and that more importantly, that they have emotions as well as we do. And by the apology, it's like you took for granted and seeing self, but you didn't see how he felt. I know us as black women, we do look to our black men to protect us, to defend us, to always support us and be there for us. But when he's in a situation as they were back then, which sometimes we do have to reflect. I know some people say, well, y'all keep using that. That's old. No, it's not old. Sometimes we do need to go back to remember, to look, and to see the position as a black man. Because the women were raped. The women were abused. But at the same time, you cannot say this man married you. He loved you. He would have been killed for trying to protect you. He would have been beaten for protecting you. For him to see this, it hurt him. And this is where I say at times when we speak about the black men, sometimes we need to sit back and think before we open our mouth. And sometimes we need to listen to their heart and what they have to say. Because then you wonder why sometimes they don't communicate with us. And that is because we don't listen. That is because we take for granted that they have feelings and they are human as well. So we're going to go ahead and waiting on our co-host to come back in. He's having a little bit of technical difficulty. But could you tell us, I don't know about all y'all, so have any of y'all ever dated outside of your race? I knew Denise was going to say no.
I love my black men. I do. All that chocolate.
Yeah.
I did briefly for a very short while. Short while.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I devalued my black man, because I believe love honestly has no color.
Right.
So I feel that you can love anyone that is willing to reciprocate that love to you, whether he's white, green, purple, orange. I hold my black man in very, very high esteem. I love him, and I'm very thankful for them. But if love is not at that moment with a black man, and I'm in love with a white man, an Asian man, a Puerto Rican man, or whatever, I'm okay with that.
Yes.
Chose not to. A little bit, I felt just a little awkward because I never knew what was hiding in the back of his mind. What is he saying when he's with his friends? He's not going to say it to my Facebook. What is he saying when he's with his friends? Are you making black jokes? How the comedian was saying, tell us, because it's like it's a joke. So I took it just upon myself to end it. And like I said, it was a very short while, maybe a month. And I choose to stay with my black man.
Okay. That laughing thing didn't mean to do that one. Now, buttons get confused. Now, King D, can you tell us, were you ever involved in dating outside of your race?
No, I never did.
Okay. And what is your opinion about it when you do see, because you know that now the world is being you see more interracial relationships now. So what is your perspective on that now when you see that going on?
Okay, I feel like, okay, so I don't want to say that people are giving up on their own, race. I don't want to say that, but I just feel like that people are giving up on their own race. I'm like, I don't want to say it, but in a positive manner, not not nothing negative. I mean, it can be negative, but okay, just hear me out. I just feel like when black men go with white women, I just feel like that it's like because of they can't handle a black woman. They can't handle her. They want someone that's weak. They want someone that's very vulnerable, and black women are just not like that. Black women are just stronger and willpowered. So I just feel like that's an example of why they don't date inside of their race.
Okay. Now, I know you mentioned that the black man couldn't handle the strength behind a black woman, and especially when they're getting on the internet and they're bashing, you know, our black women as a justification for going outside their race. Now, what could be a reason why the black woman would turn to dating outside of her race?
Ignorance, because black men can be very, very ignorant, and
Mm,
we can, and they can be very. I mean, we can be very. Some black men is just not kings, And a white woman is looking for a king to lead, and if a white man is hardworking and doing everything that uh, she wants a black man to do, she's gonna go with what she knows. She's gonna follow the king. Black men are not only kings, but we have white kings, we have Mexican kings. It's just I just feel like that it's all over the place.
yeah.
So if it's somebody that's doing what she wants him to do, as a man, she's gonna follow the lead.
Okay. Now, our co-host is back with us, and what we're going to do, we're going to ask him. You heard the peep that Denise had stated at the beginning of the show. Could you tell us what did you get from that as our co-host? What did you get from what you heard her read?
Well, that's a problem. I didn't get a chance to hear what she read.
Oh.
The signal it came in and out.
Okay, so then tell us this: have you ever dated outside of your race?
Oh yeah, I dated outside my race a few times.
Okay, and what was your experience with that?
I mean, the experience with being with a person from a different race is a little bit different. Coming from different backgrounds, different cultures, so it's very different. In my opinion, it's nothing wrong dating outside your race. If you truly love somebody, you can work it out. But any person that you date outside your race, they can never understand what a black man or a black woman truly go through racism and everything, such as they just would never understand that. But like I said, you do and follow your heart no matter what color the person is. Because I definitely don't have a problem with a white woman dating a black man or a black woman dating a white man. It's who you choose. But from my experience, good and bad, I heard different people dating outside their race. One dude, he dated a black woman, got mad and called her ancient mama. He didn't call the N-word, but he called her ancient mama. So it comes with the good, the bad, and the ugly when you date outside your race. So, but like I said, I mean, you choose who you love, no matter what color they are. So,
And that's what and I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued. We're not saying that we're against interracial relationships because I do see the mad face. You'll be okay if you just need to listen thoroughly what we're coming from. But what we're getting at is that fact is it's just like with our last show where men are bashing the black women. You shouldn't bash your own race in order to justify being with that race. And I'll be honest, I dated outside of my race, and I dated outside my race longer than Keisha did. I actually dated outside of my race for about 5 or 6 years. So my thing is that it's just like I tell my children, I don't care what color you date, long as they are making you happy, and long as they are good to you. And that's all that should matter. But when you get to the position to where you are bashing your own race in order to justify why you're going outside your race, that's a different situation. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to go to speaking about, going against our race and speaking against it. We're going to go to a small break and look at this video.
Hi, I haven't been on here in a minute. I've been suffering with a cold. I had the flu actually, and I want to make a video. Why are black men so angry that black women is choosing to date outside their race? I'm from the human race. They're so angry. They come to my page. They don't have a picture. They're degrading, downgrading, downplaying their anger with cussing and degrading black women. It's sad. It's really sad, the jealousy that they have that black women is choosing to date outside of their race. But if you hear some of the comments that these fools are making, you'd see why. Some of them are so ignorant, not all of them. Some of them are so ignorant. The ones that's coming to my page, downgrading black women for dating other colors, other races. But it's a choice. There's nothing wrong with interracial dating. And they choose to sit back and call names and call white men Neanderthals and this and that. But it just shows how ignorant they are. It's just ridiculous. And no intelligent black men are coming into my page. It's the ignorant ones that's calling, name calling and saying they're not angry. But if you're not angry, stay off my page, because this is what I'm talking about. Your black angry ass is angry because of black women aren't dating you. We don't want you. You need to find a job. You need to get some education. You need to learn how to respect everybody. Respect black women, because black women is not taking it no more. We don't have to. And it's a choice. It's my choice, your choice, whoever's choice. It was okay when you was dating white women, but you think you hold ownership to black women, and you don't. I'm a working black woman, and I do what I want, I date who I want. Stay off my page with your bullshit, because that's what it is, bullshit. You're just showing the ignorance. Please stop showing your ignorance, because that's what you're doing. Well, just got an elevator with other people, so I have to end this video right now. But that's what I wanted to talk about. How ignorant some black men are because black women are choosing to date outside their race. It's a choice. Love knows no color. Love knows no color. And you have no ownership to black women. Black women are independent. I'm an independent black woman. You know, I can do me. I don't need you. Okay? And you need to get some respect about yourself, some self-love, and stop hating so much. You're hating yourself. By you telling me, calling me names and telling me this and calling the white man name, why don't you fuss with the white man? You scared, huh? Because it's your boss. That's your boss. You scared, huh? So stay off my page with your bullshit. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Okay. She's very angry.
Mhm.
And do you think?
Oh yeah, she will.
Yes. And I agree with some things she said, but I disagree with some things she said as well. Now, do you think that is double standard? Because, I'm gonna say by experience, there were some black men that was mad at me because I was dating a Hispanic guy. They would say things to me like, "Oh, so you hate black men, huh?" And my thing is that okay, my dad is black as they come. What make you think that I can love my daddy, but I hate my own kind? That had nothing to do with it. It had to do with the heart of the person and what I felt for them. And like she said, love don't have no color. So I feel it's double standard because it's okay for the black men to date outside his race, but it's not okay for the black women to date outside the race. What is your thoughts on that?
Hmm. It is a double standard.
Mm.
It's a double standard.
I thought that I don't have no problem with a black woman dating outside her race.
Well, that's just the select few. You are the select few. It's got a lot of black men with bash a black woman for dating out of her race. And I had a small taste of it, and I didn't even date out of my race. They saw my firstborn. They said, "What? You jumped the fence?" And I go, "No, my baby full black." Because he did. My baby looked like a little Asian baby when he was born. He was pale. He had no color. And they just swore up and down I dated out of my race and was out with somebody else. But I wasn't. God rest his soul, but he was a full black man.
And Keisha, what is your thoughts on that video with that woman and what she's experiencing from black men, being that she's dating outside her race?
I couldn't read the video, but what I will say is I do believe black if they see a black woman with a white man, I do feel that they get in their feelings. I do feel that they're gonna give her the stank look because they feel as if she's doing something wrong, as if she's belittling them. But at the same time, on the same sidewalk, a black man can walk down the sidewalk with a white woman and expect to have no reaction from the black woman. I just think it's double standard. I think you can love who you won't, and I think men, black and any man, because what if a white man had the same feelings if they saw a white woman with a black man? It's not talked about, but it could be the same exact thing. So I just it's double standard, and it shouldn't be. You can date whoever you date.
Yep.
Now, King D, listening to her being upset because she feels like they're attacking her for a dating outside the race. What is your thoughts on that video?
I don't think it's necessary to attack anybody for dating outside of their race because, like I think Keisha said, love is love. You can date who you want to date. But I just feel like I'm the same in the same boat. Love is love. I'm not a fan of dating outside my race. And that's just my personal opinion. And everybody has their own personal opinions. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to date outside your race, but I just prefer us to keep the keep the African American bloodline going, because we don't want to water it down too much.
I don't think we're going to have a problem with that being.
That's what it is that we need to respect. It's a person's preference.
Yes. Yeah.
If that is what she is attracted to, then it's none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the bottom line to me. It's not your business what somebody else sleeps in.
Nope.
It's not you, so why are you worried about it? You're not paying the bill, you're not paying the house note, you're not providing food. So why do you care who she's with?
Yeah, it's unnecessary to be upset about it. It's really unnecessary for people to be like, oh, you dating outside your race. Blah, 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 blah. Love is love. Let the woman date who she wants to date. If she wants to date an Asian, let her. I mean, it's her business.
Yeah, it's just the fact that, like I said before, the men just don't feel like you got to put down your own race.
Yes, exactly.
In order to do this, because actually, King D sent me something in the inbox that really, I know y'all see my post where I said I was just pissed off because it made me so mad that this young lady had posted this on her page. Now, it's her page and it's her business or whatever you want to call it. But when you go on there, and I feel like there are some women that are bitter behind a black man to where they're taking it out on all black men. It's not all black men. It's just the ones that and that's the key word. People blame the whole gender for what they chose.
Yeah.
That's your choice, what you chose to lay in the bed with. Mm-hmm. It's not every man. It's you. And I want to show this. She says, if you want to be a poor man's wife, keep dating black. Wow. And then she had some comments on there, but then she had this one guy that wanted to punch her. Like, really? And so after the comments and everything, she comes back and she said, I see nobody likes the truth because I love black men. I just know outside of scamming and slinging the block, most of them don't have much to offer. Good day now. To me, she's contradicting herself. Either you love black
men. Very stereotypical.
Yeah. Bitter. Yeah.
It's the black men that she are attracted to. That's her attraction. If you all black men don't slang dope. I mean, we've done it. I mean, I have. I mean, I ain't put my business out there. Well, we've all done some things that we wasn't supposed to be doing. But once all black men don't do that. And that's just what she's attracted. She attracts thug dudes. That's what she's attracted to. So she just used her experience to write this.
You get what you choose to open the door for. You get what exactly you open the door for. That it has nothing to do with all men.
Yeah.
And that's what made me upset about that, because I'm like, okay, why are you going to do something like that and go at black men like this? But then come back door and say, well, don't get me wrong, because you got all these African Americans coming at you now.
Yeah.
Now you want to say, well, don't get me wrong, I love black men. But my thing about it is, how can you love black men when you're showing so much hate?
Yes.
Within that post alone is a lot of hate. And, we have to ask sometimes, okay, there must be something wrong with her. Or where could she be getting this from? And what we're going to do, we're going to see something in a minute, because we're going to talk about the women that actually go against their own race to be with another race. So it's no different than what some of the black men are doing to the black women. So it's both sides. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be back after these messages.
Thank you. Thank you. So I have a younger boyfriend now. I like the little ones. Yes, I do like those little ones. Yes, I do. I am officially a cougar. He's young and white, so I'm not just a cougar, I'm a Black Panther. Young and white, and he wants me to meet his mama. That's gonna be a situation. Because he has to tell her two things. He has to tell her I'm older and I'm Black. I can't wait to meet her. Because I'm gonna tell her, I got your baby boy. I'm joking, I met her. I love that joke the way I wrote it. I don't feel like changing it, so. No, they were very nice. Everyone was nice. It's the holidays, and they knew I was coming. They were prepared. They put their stuff away. Everyone was nice, which actually bothered me, because I kind of like to, to get weird and crazy and awkward. Like, I was too nice for a comic. Like, I wanted to represent, act a fool. I wanted to go in there and be like, yo, what's up, what's up? Where's the sweet potatoes, huh? Where's the sweet potatoes? Got my baby boy right here? By the way, you're not a Black comic until you do this. But I didn't do that. I behaved, His mom is actually very funny too. She's nice. She's a gift giver. She watches QVC a lot. She gave me this lip plumper. It's supposed to make your lips bigger. Do I have to explain why that was inappropriate? I don't need that. This is the whitest guy I've ever dated. And by that, I mean, he's never been around Black people. And I'm gonna say this, I don't just date white guys. I date all types, I don't care. When the economy is bad, I date white guys, because, it's like a storm is coming. And I need something fast. But this is the whitest guy I've ever dated. Never been around Black people. His only experience with Black people is watching The Wire. Or the Wu-Tang Clan, It's weird. Like, I caught him one time just staring at my hair. We've been together for a while. He hadn't touched it. He's just looking at it. So I told him, I said, touch that. Put your hands in it. He was like, no. I heard you're not supposed to do that. My hair got wet one time. That really freaked him out. He's like, oh my God, is that supposed to happen? What's gonna happen? I live in Harlem, which I know is making his mom nervous, but Harlem has actually changed. Like, you guys, you can go. There are white people in Harlem, and you can tell, because we got like 3 Starbucks, salad. White people bring salad. That's nice. The first time I saw a ripe tomato, I was like, ooh. They coming. The change is so quick, so there is a culture clash, and like, this guy was actually upset. He was on my block, he was going off. He's like, I don't like this. This is a revolution. On that block, they making $100,000. Don't be comfortable. You ain't safe, son. You ain't safe. Don't be comfortable. Don't be comfortable. My boyfriend was like, I am not comfortable.
another one of our comedians. Now, we want to talk about how this woman, and she's not the only one, trust me. She's not the only one that sets out to bash black men. But you have to wonder, why did she go on there to do that? That she must have a background, and something must have happened with her in her path for her to do this. And so I looked at this, and as you see, she have not only experienced things with her family, but also in relationships. And this goes back to say that what she's went through, she is angry because of what one person, two, three people that she chose to be in her life. And now she wants to be angry at all men and go on social media and say that if you want to be in this bracket, keep dating black men. Now I know successful black men. I know good black men. I know a lot of them that own their own business that's very successful. That got college degrees. So Dominic, since you sent me that there, can you tell us what was going through your mind when you seen her post this stuff?
I was more so like confused. But the first thing I said was she's been hurt by black men in her, present or past, and it's the black men that she chose to be with. Because you can tell, like through her pictures and her videos, you can tell what type of woman she is and what type of man she's going to attract. You have to be a certain type of woman to attract a certain type of man, if that makes sense. Like if you're going to be a person that goes to the club every weekend and strip clubs, and you're a stripper type of life, you're going to attract somebody that's slang dope or do drugs or whatever. But if you're a woman that that's a classy woman, you're going to attract a classy man. So she just got the type of man she's upset at the type of man she's attracted to. I mean, period point, or attracted to her, period point blank. That's what I thought.
I agree. And I want to say thank you, CC Health, for tuning in. She agrees with us. She said it's true. Auntie Dottie said hello. She also said no speaking tonight. Oh no, I speak to everybody. It's just when we get into the subject at hand, we get into the subject at hand. If I don't speak now, I always go back and watch the show. Denise will tell you, Dwight will tell you. I always go back and I review the show, and I see the comments and I do respond. But there's times where we get deep in the conversation to where, I really don't have time to get to that part, but I do get to it. But I can also relate to that too, because I'm gonna be honest, I got a sister, and she refuses to date within the race. And out of her whole time, I think she only dated I think it was 2 black guys. And I'm gonna be honest, one of them was really good. He was just too soft to his sister. He did whatever his sister said. And the other one, I mean, I can't say nothing bad about him because they both was alike. They both did each what he did on her, she did on him. So I mean, you can't really judge him on that one either. But she made a statement that left a bad taste in my mouth, to where she says, she says it another way, but in other words, she says, I'm allergic to black pickles. Like, really? So this is what she thinks about her own race. She has an allergic reaction. And I'm like, no.
Poor thing.
You got to pray for her. I put her name in the Bible. But I mean, she strictly dates either Puerto Ricans or Hispanics. She tries to blame the black man for what she went through. My thing is that she's a situation to where sometimes you got to look in the mirror. Because sometimes it's not the man, it's you. Because I hate to say these men came to me, talk to me, and be like, there's something wrong because you're totally different from her.
She needs some medication. Something's wrong.
They tried that. But to say, for black women to stand in a position as a justification for dating outside your race, to our black men been through enough. They've been through enough.
They've been through some bad stuff.
Mhm.
Yes. If
She
you
just needs to change her type of man. That's all that is. She's dating one man and putting it on everybody. She needs to one, she's just scorned. But any man can hurt you. It doesn't matter if they're black. Any man can cause you emotional harm and
Yeah.
distress.
okay, now
So
speaking pertaining to the lady on the post, right?
Mhm.
yes.
Okay, because I'm gonna say my sister wasn't scoring. She be scorning them. I'm sorry. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that she's just scorned and she wants to again pour out her, hurt heart and all that on every single black man, and not every single black man has hurt her. I've been hurt by a black man, but the new black man that I'm with, he didn't hurt me. So I'm not gonna pour anything on him. I give everybody equal opportunity. I'm gonna let you make your own mistakes. I'm not gonna put what somebody else did on you and then not allow you your freedom. So she just has some stuff that she needs to work through.
Yeah. And my thing is like to debate if you haven't dated different levels, and I think what it is when you got yourself in a category to where you are attracted to the thug life, that man that you think it's so hard, and you don't test the waters on the outside. Well, he's too nice. That nice one is probably the one that's still gonna be good to you.
Real good.
But my thing about it is you can mess that one up too, because how the last man scorned you, now you want to take it out on the man that you with now. When all he's trying to do is make you happy. All he's trying to do is love you. But see, you're so accustomed to these rough men. You're so accustomed to, how they have treated you, what they've been through. You want to make sure you have your guard up to where you are taking it out on the next man. And that's not fair. And then you wonder why can I keep a man? Like I said, step back, look in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not always that man. It could be just you.
Mm-hmm.
It's you, boo-boo.
Yeah. And Dwight, what do you think about that? Dwight?
I don't think he can hear you again.
And I think he's having technical difficulties again.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us? You can't hear us? Oh no. Okay.
He's all,
There's some women that have been scoring. There's some women that hasn't been scoring. But we got to look at.
I mean, they just need to stop blaming their bad experience. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Y'all can't hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's lagged. He's behind.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
He's hearing what we were saying a while ago because he's kind of behind. Like everything's behind.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Look at him.
No, he's not doing the sign language.
Everybody doing language now.
Yeah, he's the one freezing up now.
Yes, but I mean, we do have these women. I mean, they try to talk about.
I am behind.
Yeah, you're very
Can y'all
behind.
hear me?
He's way behind.
Yes.
Okay.
We can
Maybe
hear
we'll
you.
keep it like that so y'all can hear me. I think, I think big screaming free. But what I think is just a lot of people that they.
Oh
my God.
This is the first time he's had technical difficulties. That's weird.
No, it is. That's weird.
Never had problems like this.
He's like 30 seconds.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you 30 seconds later.
He's not.
It goes in and out.
He's not going to hear what we're saying right
Okay,
now.
can y'all hear me now?
Seconds.
Yes.
I don't think y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
Well, Keisha, he can't talk about you no more.
Nope, we cannot.
It was never me.
Dang it. I'm having a fly issue.
I mean,
That don't doing that, something wrong. You all right?
My thing is that sometimes if these women here will give a man a chance, because they're so high on their horse to where they feel like, okay, I can't do good unless I'm dating outside my race, because for centuries the white man has been put up there to where he's the one that's rich, he's the smartest one, under the Asians, but he has a certain standard, and they feel like the black man's either drug dealers or they just leeching off of women, or either they just have bad credit. When that's the situation. Because like a black man could be around here and look like an ordinary person, but you don't know what their bank account got. That's why I say these men, stop telling these women your business. Stop telling them about your cars. Find out their placement is real with you before you volunteer any information. Because you do got these little gold diggers that just like, oh, okay, he got a nice car, he got money in the bank, he wears this, he wears that. Stop all that. If you want to know if a woman is being true to you and she's there for just you, stop telling her your business.
That's your mouth.
See, remember in Coming to America, he act like he worked at McDonald's or McDowell's, and he was actually a whole prince.
Yes.
So sometimes you got to let people meet you and not show your true colors, not be fake, but put the money up.
Yeah, because you got these men, just like I see on social media, they feel like that's the way they can draw women in. It's showing them, well, I'm stacking up, I'm getting this paper. That, me personally, that don't attract me.
Nope.
That don't attract me at all. That doesn't catch my attention by you posting your jewelry, your cars, your money on social media. But then you got these weak-minded girls that be like, oh my God, he got money. So they're looking at somebody that's going to continuously shower them. But then when you run out that money, they gone.
They gone. As soon as that bank account empties out, they empty to your house.
Yeah. And see, that's why you got some of these black women that, and I said some, that feel like, I got to be kept. And in order to be kept, you got to keep the money rolling.
Keep yourself.
Yeah. Because what was that movie with Queen Latifah? Where she was a therapist and the guy was a basketball player.
What was it?
It was like a basketball. She was a trainer.
It was Just Right. That movie Just Right.
Just Right. That's exactly what it is.
Right. Yeah. Now look at that situation. Even though I wouldn't have dated nobody my cousin dated, but to each his own. But her cousin was attracted to him because she was playing that game. Oh, she donates this. She's with this foundation because she found out he's a basketball player. He was a popular basketball player. So she did her moves and played the dumb game just to get him in, get in the big house. She getting married. But as soon as he got hurt, what did she do?
She took off.
Just like the Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Soon as he got injured, what did that woman do? She left.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, she did. The gold digger did leave.
And cleaned out his bank account and the house.
All the money. All the accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got your mindset to where you want a man with money, and you feel like the only man that'll give you that type of lifestyle, provide for you, and keep you is on a certain race, then something is wrong with you.
Yeah, you think about your values.
Yeah.
Think about those.
I think in any relationship, you should bring, you should meet in the middle. He's going to bring what he's going to bring. You're going to bring what you're going to bring. And you put it together. Like he shouldn't depend on you and you shouldn't be dependent on him. You depend on each other equally. Yeah. That's the way I think a relationship is going to work.
I think that's the best way to
say that. True. I agree. Mm-hmm. And, but you do still have that little sprinkle in the world today where you got some of those men that don't want their wife working. They want their wife at home. But you still got to meet him halfway. Make sure if he go out there and he's providing for the family, if he's making you happy, let him come home to a clean house. Let him come home to a meal. When he get off of work, I don't care what you did with the kids. Rub his back. Rub his feet.
That's how his day went.
Yes, appreciate The man he is what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of black women's fault. They have got so dependent to where they lost focus on the value of a man. Period. And it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with dating outside your race, but using reasons to attack or belittle a black man is not a way to do it.
It's not the way.
No.
Because we don't like it.
No. And that's what I had to say. Just like Tini said, we don't like it. If you don't like them bashing us as a justification for them to be with another race, why are you doing it?
Yeah. Don't make an excuse. Oh, when they bash us, well, shoot, we're going to say what we got to say about them.
Then you look just as childish as she do. You look just as ignorant as she do.
Yeah, you have to be more mature. Don't go to the level of the immature ones.
Right. And I agree with that. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to another break, and hopefully we can get Dwight to come in with his sound. This is the first time he's had this technical difficulty, but hopefully we'll get him in so he can give his opinion and put his insight in it. So we'll be back right after these messages. Well, after this video.
Get rid of my red eyes. I'm back. Oh, I'm still on the mic?
It's a fictional account of a very real issue.
Kenya, I love you.
Black women in interracial relationships. Screenwriter Chris Turner originally titled her script 42.4%. At the time, the percentage of black women who had never been married. The film, later renamed Something New, explores their options for finding a mate.
Anytime you get together with a bunch of single black professional women, the conversation will eventually lead to, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about the no husband situation? Are we going to have to go there? Meaning, are we going to have to go outside of our race to do this marriage thing?
For many, the answer is yes. The number of black women marrying interracially has steadily increased. In 2000, 95,000 black women were married to white men. As of last year, there are 117,000 such couples. Black women overwhelmingly still seek out black men, but the number of interracial marriages is growing. Greg Zenin and Jaquetta Zathmari just joined the ranks.
We had our wedding in Central Park.
The newlyweds met in 2004 when Jaquetta posted an ad on Craigslist specifically looking for a white man.
I've always dated white guys. Those are the type of guys that always approached me, and I guess I was comfortable with that.
That comfort zone is getting crowded. In an online survey, 81% of those polled by Essence.com say they approve of black women in interracial relationships. One reason for the increase in interracial dating may simply be access. As black women continue to make strides in the workplace, they often move into new social circles.
They're in environments where they're meeting men that they perhaps haven't had an opportunity to meet in the past.
As portrayed in Something New, black women's professional success can also work against them when seeking a mate.
Those odds are completely against us.
Some say they have a hard time meeting black men who can match their professional accomplishments. That imbalance is foreshadowed in the classroom, where 64% of black college students are women. At some schools, they outnumber black men 7-1.
It's a standard that a black woman wants and deserves, but it's not enough black men who are up to par with what they're looking for.
And so some are starting to look elsewhere, especially in cyberspace.
I think what broadened my horizons was internet dating.
The online world is full of interracial dating resources. There are blogs like Date a White Guy and White Men Who Prefer Black Women, and dating sites like interracialmatch.com. But while there may be growing acceptance of interracial dating, there is also still some resistance.
People in our communities will kind of put their hands on us and say, what are you doing?
How do you respond to people in the black community who would say you're a sellout?
Unless you're going to find me somebody that wants to go out with me, then please don't judge me.
The idea that you would choose someone just because of the color of their skin is as offensive as, avoiding someone for the same reason.
For Jaquetta, her decision to date interracially has led to happiness and love, a Hollywood ending, just like in the movies.
I love you.
Mara Schiavocampo, NBC News, New York.
Now, one-on-one interview from a couple that's actually interracial. What do you think are reasons in your own eyes? And I'm asking each one of y'all, anyone could go first, on why the Black woman would choose to date outside of her race rather than staying within.
Respected.
Respected. Could you clarify that?
Well, respected, and a lot of times, I'm not saying all white men, but a lot of they tend to be more attentive towards their women and respect them more. We're not judged all the time. Called the angry Black woman.
Mm.
So we don't. I don't think I'm an angry Black woman.
No, I'm not either. I'm just uniquely made.
Yes.
Keisha?
Yes. What is the question, Spicy?
What are reasons in your eyes do you think why Black women are resulting to go on to dating outside of their race?
Well, just like the guy from the magazine said, he said just a lot of them are not up to par. I mean, we have standards. We have a certain way that we want to live, a certain lifestyle that we want to live, and it doesn't even have to be this, glamorous and the hugest house on the block. But we want to be financially stable. And at the end of that, love. You want somebody that is going to love you for who you are. And I know that Dwight has said that, you can never, the white man or the white woman can never understand fully, I guess, the scope of being Black. And that's true. But at the same time, I guess that's a discussion that you have to have if you so choose to date outside of your race. But Black women are mostly just scorned. They're bitter. And they want to move on with their lives. So they're taking the next train to love, and it may be from a white man.
I see we lost Dominique for a minute. We're just gonna, I don't know if Dwight's back on. Dwight, can you hear us anymore?
You can't hear? It looks like he's muted. His mic is still muted on his mic.
Oh, his mic is muted.
You need to go over there to help him? No, you're not walking in the dark, darling.
Okay.
Get out. Hopefully not all white people want to kill us.
Take our bodies. No, do I take you unmute your mic from the screen?
You might have to text him and tell him that.
Yes.
His mic is because I don't have it muted on this end.
He's muted himself.
Yeah, he got himself muted.
Yeah.
But I think he said that he's like a minute behind or something like that. So
by him showing us that tape, I guess he's saying it's not safe.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we can
hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm having some difficulties here, but like I said, it doesn't matter who you date, what color you date. Just be happy. Eventually, as the world still be here and we still live in and beyond, Black women gonna be dating outside their race anyway. They're gonna be basically dating a lot of Asian men. Bruce Lee, y'all.
Not here.
What's that?
Not here.
Oh, well, sure. You might be going there by that time, but the ones that are still here, the younger generation will probably.
I heard one person say because there are less Black men now for us to choose with, because a lot of them are resulted to dating outside their race. It's less amount to go with now because there's more men that's dating outside their race than the men that's willing to date within their race. So do you think that's part of the problem as well? Why the Black women could be turning to, you know what? There's not that many here, so why not?
Yeah, it's not that many black men. And black men are an endangered species. A dangerous species. So most of them are in jail. Most of them are, gay, and most of the good ones are taking a marriage. So it's not that many to spread around. It's like getting a kind of jar of peanut butter and trying to spread it on the bread and get as much as you can get on there. So you really don't have too many to choose. So most black women have to date outside their race if they want to try to get a man.
So
White man, Hispanic man.
Being that that's a situation, and do you feel like that this is why the number of black women, if they prefer to stay within their race, do you think this is why so many black women are single?
It depends. Yeah, it could be. But see, most black women make themselves single because he's too dark. He doesn't make enough money. I'm looking for somebody to make that big 6-7 figure. Get somebody that's average, live happy and be happy. Most black women hurt themselves because they're looking for somebody to make big money. Find your average man that loves you and live your life out. That's just being real.
Sometimes when I listen to the women, does it always have to be about the money?
No, it doesn't always have to be about the woman. Money. I don't think it always have to be about the money, but the money is a big part of that, and also communication is the other part of that too. The other part is communication. If you can't talk to us, then every disagreement that we have, our opinions is always an argument, that it'll never work because we are human and we all have opinions and we all have our own minds, and we do not meld to one mind. We do have our own thoughts. That way, I could have sworn God made free will and gave us all individuality. So,
because I must say this, and he might frown at me, but me, Dwight, and Denise, after the show yesterday, we not yesterday, but last week, we tend to stay back and communicate, bond with each other, talk about different things, order online together. But my thing is that, we talked about this one guy, and even now, he makes my skin crawl. What was his name again? Denise or Dwight?
Damn, I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think of who it was.
The talk show host that belittles women, attack women, and talk.
Oh,
are you talking about Samuel?
Oh, you talking about
Kevin Samuel?
Samuel.
Now, if I got to deal with a man like that, I would most definitely date outside my race.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Yeah.
I think some of that is a show. I don't really think that man is that
arrogant.
I don't think he's like that.
His character, you can see his character.
He's been like
far from it.
His character shows good as
that's not a show.
He's very arrogant. I can understand part of the show, but you can tell the vibe of somebody. And that guy's vibe, even I didn't just look at one show. I looked at even behind the scenes. He's very arrogant. He does not have respect for women. And this is why I don't care for him. There's one thing of doing something for the show, but you can actually see a person's character through their actions. The way he speaks to women, the way I've seen him speak to women on that show, is such disrespect.
Because the women on there, even though he can't handle
him on the show,
huh? You really think
he's on the show so we can talk to him
with a whole bunch of women? He cannot. If he can't control, if he cannot control the format, he is not going to go on your show.
You're right about that.
If he can't
I agree with you on that because he doesn't
hang up on you, he's not going to go on the show. He's not going to. He's very arrogant.
Yeah.
He's very controlling,
disrespectful,
very disrespectful, and just because I said that one particular show that your eyes was big as saucers, that up there. He would say, "You're being mean," and so he went off, started cussing and everything. It sounded like he needs a little bit of anger management to me.
He needs a little bit.
Come on, that woman said you're being mean to her. So what?
But see, what I don't understand is that I'm seeing the way he's acting on his podcast and everything, but at the same time, these women, it's like they crave for it because
they're drawn to them.
Yes.
So it's women are the main ones that look at his shows, they call for advice, and believe it or not, most of the women agree with him. You'd be surprised how many women actually agree with the things that this man
some
says.
of the things that he say are legit. I'm not dumb. Some of the facts that he say, it's legit, but some of them are just disrespectful and keep him to himself.
Yeah.
When you at a certain age, you're never going to be married. If you're at this age, it's like you might as well end your life. And the way he talks, he doesn't give nobody no encouragement. He doesn't uplift. He's not a positive person. He's very negative, and that's in my book.
Right off the bat.
Now, I see him one time telling a girl she was a very beautiful woman. He wasn't clowning her, but she had low self-esteem, and he was very worried, concerned about her. He ended the show to talk to her because he said, "Well, why you feel that way?" He said, "You're a very beautiful woman. You're in your 30s, but she had some kind of issues going with her, and he really felt bad for her." And he decided to shut the show down just to call this woman and talk to her. Because I'm thinking she's going to commit suicide.
I cannot feel sorry for her. No, I cannot even buy into that because from what I witnessed, when you tell a woman, what do you rate yourself as? And then when she rate herself, he tells her she incorrect. You're not even a 3. Come on now, you gonna tell me he got a heart?
No, you don't.
You don't. And how you gonna judge
podcast ratings?
Yeah, it's my thing is how you gonna judge any woman off of her looks? The questions he asks has nothing to do with the topic.
Nope.
Nothing. Her age, who she with, I mean, how many babies she have, and the fact that he said, and I listened carefully. And if you have a child and you're a single mother, you're gonna be single all your life because no man want no woman with no child.
And that's
not true. He said that a lot.
That is not true.
A lot. He says that a lot about women that are younger and have kids that men don't want to, most men, not all, do not want to play the stepfather because they don't want all the drama and the issue that goes along with that and everything. Now, I do agree one thing with him when he says that there's a certain percentage of, there are more black women that are single than white women. And he was saying he was trying to fix that. Why there's so many women being single, especially up in the upper age, and most women say they want a 7-figure man. They don't want a man that make $41,000 an average woman. That's the percentage, and most women that call the show.
Women think that they're 30s, in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, then they're gonna get a 7-figure man. You know, you buy a 6-figure, 7-figure man. They think they're gonna get it. And I'm gonna be honest. I consider myself very pretty. I'm not an ugly woman, but I'm not gonna step my ass out there and try to look for no 6-figure man. And they got all these damn 20 and 30-year-olds running around here. They don't have no kids.
Well, you're not talking about you, age group.
No, my age group, I don't see myself. I say, oh, I want a 6-figure man. Girl, wake your ass up. You better go and get that average joke. That's gonna help.
We got some comments on here. Thank you, Lily Scorpio Queen, my Scorpio baby. Thank you for tuning in. She says, sorry, hello, sorry so late. Lisa Gigi, hey, baby. She says, I think if you find a good man that love you, respect, treat you right, provide for you, it doesn't matter what race they are. And that's how I feel.
I agree.
And then pertaining to the guy we just talked about, she said he's just an a-hole.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I thought.
I agree with you.
She knows exactly what we're talking about. And you know, when you got to deal with men like that, with that type of arrogancy and attitude, that pushes a person away. That pushes them away. Because at the same time, I'm not saying it's the fault of the black man. I am not. What I'm saying is that, one, sometimes the black woman do need to bring her standards down because sometimes she's above her standards.
But know your role.
Know your place.
Know your.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Two, if a black man is going to be angry because she's resulting in turning to dating outside her race, what are you doing within yourself? Because my thing about it is know how to treat a woman, know how to treat a man.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is what hurts me right now, and it's an emotional thing, is that seeing both sides from today's show and last week's show is how we're so much against each other instead of standing together. We are bashing each other, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care how anybody take it. For centuries, we talked about how the white man do us, how he abused us, how he hurt us, how he criticized us. But what is so different than what we're doing to each other?
Yeah, we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah, there's no difference.
So how
There's no
you
difference at
gonna
all.
anybody that's going out there of a different race talking down on us when we're doing it to each other, even as a man and a woman
Mm-hmm.
on both sides, just like with the apology that Denise recited at the beginning of the show.
Mm.
Both sides need to step back, sit down, and look at each other.
Yeah.
Learn how to. My thing is if you don't love yourself, how can you love your own race?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit here and say, well, I date nothing but black women, but they crazy, they this, they that. I don't date nothing but white men and Puerto Ricans, but they did black men are this and that. Maybe the problem isn't the black man or the black woman, it's yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is.
If you're gonna date outside of your race, let it be a justifiable reason, as in that's what I'm attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
I love
That's right.
men. I love everyone. Every color has a beauty. There's nothing wrong with the beauty, the mark in each race, because each race has a beauty.
Yeah, they do.
Each race has a flaw. Ain't no race better than the other race. Okay, I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
We all, because when you peel off the color, peel off the outer layer, what are we?
Red.
We all. Okay, she my blood. Okay, come on now. Lisa Gigi say black people don't stick together.
No.
Sorry, they beat one another down, and it's sad.
We do. We tend to always be in competition with each other. That's one thing I cannot stand about our people. We tend to be in competition with ourselves. When we see Mrs. Jones down the street got a brand new car, we got to get a brand new car. Mr. Johnson over there painting his house, we got to paint our house. We have to always be in competition. We can never congratulate each other on success or support each other in success. Not to say all black people are like that, because we're not, but I've seen other races, especially, I have to get out to you brown people. I see out there, y'all can get own a house in 6 months because y'all all stick together. Y'all all moved in. You're helping each other out. You're working together to make sure the other person be successful.
Do you know how powerful it would be if we would work together?
Together.
But that's the problem. They don't want to.
If we support each other and stand behind each other, truly support, not just by words, by action as well. Because I'm gonna tell you, if I see anybody that had a business, everybody didn't see, I support everybody.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that say, I support Spicy Bay. Great, but they have not bought a t-shirt. They haven't bought a CD. They haven't bought but it's more behind support and building a village that's just speaking the words. Because it's just like I quoted to Mikey J last week. You have to be careful because everybody's not praying for you. Some of them are just praying on you.
Yep.
If you truly support one another and you want to say, well, all I support is black business, then why are you not invested in them?
That's right. Hello?
Why are you speaking bad? When you say you're supporting our race, stop speaking illly about the race. It doesn't measure out. It's not balancing when you're talking against one another to tear each other down. It's so much jealousy and so much destruction that people are trying to do to our own race to where we can't even see it. And that goes for our family as well.
Family members can be
Yeah.
worse.
And I'm gonna tell you, our family is the worst enemy.
Yes.
Them supporting you and uplifting you and support and getting behind you and making you just giving you that extra.
They'll tell you, well, you just need to go
Like,
get a
get on
job.
social media and defamate your name, slander your name, make false allegations. And everybody in this industry, as well as the industry of the music, we all have been through it. The only thing about Spicy Gray, I'm not going to respond to it. I'm not going to entertain you. I'm not going to get on here and go back and forth. I don't do that. To me, that's immature. If you know that person, all you got to do is say, you know what? I've been following them for years. That it just don't add up. It's just like I told my friend Carbella that we was talking about, God taking us through storms and, weaving out the people that's not for us. We have to go through certain seasons and then sit back and just watch to see who is not for us in order for God to open a door and take us to another level. And sometimes who's not for us is our own family.
Yep. My daughter just wrote something just a second ago.
Does she want to read it on live?
She ain't gonna do it. She's gonna have me do it.
Okay. Shy.
So, she just wrote something.
Aww.
She says, people seem to thrive for conflict, seeing each other as an enemy, constantly fighting each other.
Wow.
We'll find something to fight with people over. It doesn't matter what. Her hair longer. Her anything. It doesn't matter.
That was powerful. Very knowledgeable. Thank you for that. And it's the truth. And my thing is that bless you. We do not stand for each other. Even if we're dating outside the race, why do we got to still pull down our own race? Just like I'm gonna just put her out there, Candace. I don't like her character.
Candace?
Her. You got with another race, which is no problem. But your words are speaking as swords to destroy your own race.
Yeah, she's very, very, very poison.
You're gonna date outside your race. Still support your own race. Still love your own race. Still want to uplift your own race. Then it wouldn't be so much against why you with that person, because you make others feel like, okay, you trying to be more like them. But not knowing as soon as they get angry at you, you already know.
Yeah. So black people, the only one you see black people, the only one that you see that do this. You don't see the white, the Mexicans, or anybody else. We are the only race that put our own people down in the public and here and there. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. You don't see other race out there doing what we do, pitting our brothers and sisters down. We're the only one that does that.
Yeah, and my thing is, it's coming up, and that's what hurt me when I was in high school. Yeah, and that's one thing that hurt me in high school, and it makes me angry now because, me and Denise, we went to the same high school, and we ended up finding out that we were schoolmates and we didn't see each other, remember each other, but
say hi bye to each other. It didn't even
know. But see, coming up in high school, it might seem crazy, but I didn't realize about racism. To where when it did hit me, when it was brought to me, I fell out and cried because all I ever seen was a person's heart. All I seen was human beings. Being all my life coming up, I never knew what racism was. But when it finally hit, when I got in the senior year, that's when it hit. And I sat across my bed and I cried my heart out.
It was bad.
It was hurtful. And it was shocking that.
Oh, so you was there for the swastika on the girls' gym?
Yes.
And then the race war, it was a race riot at the school when my brother Chris you remember my brother Chris, CJ, and Ross and all them people.
Yeah.
They literally were in that fight. We were in junior high when this happened. Then it started again when the swastikas and the kickers and the rednecks and the Klansmen's.
Yeah, because they had some called the skaters.
Yeah, the skaters, they wasn't a part of that. It was the well-known names, the Ku Klux Klan and the neo-Nazi. That's what I was trying to mention. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They don't want to put up the swastikas on the wall and stuff like that on the girls' gym that day.
Yeah, and I mean it hurt, and I just
that.
And I knew not to talk to my grandmother about it because I knew how she felt because she was back in the day with the real bad racism and stuff. But I didn't want to talk to her, but I ended up talking to her because she wanted to know what was wrong with me.
She's the best story. She's the best teacher right there.
She was my best teacher because I could not understand why. I'm like, we all human beings. We all have a heart. We all have a mind. Why? And what she told me, what she went through, it hurt my heart so much. To where when I got grown and on my own, it angers me. It makes me sick to the stomach that people will be so ignorant to base things off of the color of your skin.
Yep.
But my thing about it is, it's just like we said, color shouldn't matter.
No.
It shouldn't matter. It's like with anybody with me, I don't care what color you are. What I care about is your stand with me, your place with me, the respect. That's all I care about. But as soon as you sit up there and you show any sign of racism, I'm done with you. My kids know, just like I spoke last week, I don't care what color they with. I don't. Long as that person is respectful and good to my kids, that's all that matters. My daughter dated a white guy. I loved him. He was cool. She dated black guys. My son, the same thing. Hispanics, whites, black. I did not care. Long as this person was good to my kids. But when you use as a reason to date that person in your place is to bash a person, that's where the ignorance come in within you.
I don't like that.
And it doesn't make sense. So make sure y'all tune in next week because our weeks are counting down. And, we're going to have a good subject next week. It's going to be me and Dwight. We're going to give Tanise and Keisha and King D a break. But we're going to be actually interviewing someone that's been on our show about, 2 years ago. And she's coming in and she then came up and she's coming back. And we're going to be having her here on the show. Queen Janae will be back in the house next week. Make sure y'all tune in to give her some support and show her some love. She'll be in here to share her path with us and some new music she came out with. Because if y'all remember, it's still on YouTube. You can go back and look. That soulful voice she has. So we are so excited to bring her back in because her heart ascended melody. So make sure y'all tune in next week.
Well, I want to say this. For all you people out there that have a trouble with racism, please watch this movie because it will bring us together. Watch it. I promise you, it'll bring us together. Watch it. If you ain't watch it, please watch it. This will bring us together. Get out. It's a good movie.
You get paid for that advertisement.
No, I did free advertisement. That's part of my support. How are we going to help each other to grow and to get up there and to get out there if we don't support each other? But I haven't seen it. I've heard the name of it on Wild and Out, but I haven't seen it. So is it on Netflix?
They're going to come out with the female version. They're going to come up with the female version next.
Okay.
If you ain't seen the first, you see the second one to be coming out soon.
All right.
Please watch the first one first. Watch Get Out.
Oh, it's 2 parts.
Well, they're going to come out with the second part. It's going to be reversed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, we're going to allow y'all to give a good word of nutrition right now. So I'm going to go to each one of y'all. We're going to start off with Tanise.
Oh, caught me off guard, didn't you? Well, the good word is, for me, I'm God-fearing. And you love who you love. No matter what no one says, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for interracial dating and interracial relationship because my family's all kind of colors mixed and everything. So love who you love, regardless what anyone has to say. Then that's my tip for today.
And we're going to go to Keisha.
Hello, everybody. I just believe that the heart loves who the heart loves. And love does not have a color. So love who you want, but at the same time, always be respectful to your neighbor, to the next person. Share love, spread love.
And our co-host, Dwight.
Look at him.
We all the human race. It don't matter if you're brown, black, purple, green. I mean, we all humans. You know, we all made by God. God made all of us, and we all should love to live together. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you date a white man, a white woman, Chinese, whatever. We all humans, and date who you like. Don't worry about what anybody else say about who you date. Just love each other. And like I said, please watch this movie. Watch it tonight. But anyway, I love y'all. I love people, and I don't care what color you are. God bless all of y'all.
Thank you, thank you. And as your host, Spicy Gray, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said before, it takes a village to make the ground shake. We need to learn to love each other no matter what. If you choose to date outside your race, just remember, don't forget where you came from, who birthed you. It doesn't matter what color you love.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't bring down the color that you're made of.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you next week. Have a blessed one. And we're going to lead this one out with the memory of Precious Bullard. Y'all have a blessed one.
Wow. That's just an ugly picture.
Look at that.
They can hear you.
I know. It's still an ugly picture.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Make up a